Hey guys, welcome back to BLT Biking. Today we have part 2 of our 4-part series on the recent Vapor Trail bikepacking trip we took. Today we'll take off from Salida and head up the mountain. Come check it out. Let's get started. The route was a 107-mile loop that started and ended in Salida, and there was over 13,000 feet of elevation gain that we were doing in 3 days. Check out our motley crew of riders. Morning, it's about 6 a.m. We're getting ready to go, but man, this morning is beautiful here in Salida. Just love this place. Mountains in the background, it is just gorgeous, and it's probably really comfortable, maybe 50 degrees this morning. Our weather is supposed to be perfect the whole weekend, and I cannot wait. As the sun began to rise over the mountaintops, we had a quick breakfast, and then got our gear together and headed out. I think I found it. Before we left, Richard discovered that he left his shoes back in Florida. So we made a quick detour to the Subculture bike shop. Kinda glad we did. It was a really cool shop. If you get to Salida, check it out. Within a few minutes, Richard had a new pair of shoes and we were headed out of town and uphill. Have a good one. The route started with a 16-mile, 3,000 vertical foot climb. The first couple miles out of town were on pavement. It's Louisa, baby love. The pavement soon gave way to dirt roads, some of which were very rocky and unimproved. So are we halfway up the climb yet, elevation-wise?
We got another 2,000 feet for this climb.
2,000 feet.
1/3.
Feels like it should be more.
And then I got probably 20 in that pack.
Oh my God.
So I'm probably got 100 pounds that I'm adding to my weight.
As we climbed, I quickly realized that I had overpacked. The weight was entirely too much. Fortunately, Dad was just day riding with us, and I took him up on his offer to carry my backpack for a while. And before he turned around and left us, I picked out about 10 pounds of stuff that I could live without and sent it back with him. 2,100 is what we've done so far.
Well, that's what this thing speculates, but I don't trust it sometimes.
I mean, that seems about right if we're 2/3 of the way up the first climb. Did you crash, Richard?
Just lay down.
Just laid down. All right. Oh, a bunch of pronghorn. There they go.
Ryan, but both of the bottles spilled. It's not just one, both.
Well, you knocked one over and then the other.
After climbing a dozen miles or so and around 2,200 vertical feet on dirt roads, we finally reached the Colorado Trail. Our reward? You guessed it. 4 more miles of climbing.
This is what I had in my mind.
Yep. Well, 40% of the route should be like this.
Right.
I didn't love that.
What?
I said I didn't love that.
I was pretty wicked downhill for all that weight.
Yeah, and no dropper.
No dropper.
At this point, we were nearing the top of our initial climb up the Colorado Trail and we crossed a stream. We were already running low on water, so we took a pit stop and filled up our bottles.
Getting more comfortable,
getting a little bit better. With the easy stuff and the sticks, small rocks, I mean, I've been getting used to it pretty quick. I'm not letting go of the brakes on it, you know, but, and the bigger ones, if it's a short run, I'll go over the bigger ones too, but if there's a big run, I usually just unclip the left side and keep a foot out, and unless it's a big step off, and I just get off the bike. But.
The last half a mile or so to the top ended up being a brutal hike-a-bike section.
We're at the top of the last climb for today. How far is it down to the...
Probably good. I'm not worried about it.
Dave, how far is it to where we're camping?
I think it's down this hill, and I think, let me look.
I could ride this all day. Not that
Will we be
There's
able to
water
get
down
water?
there, or do you want water here?
it's a campsite, so I would assume.
I was tracing the creeks from this route, and I didn't see it pop up. Do you have the guy out?
This part's fun. We deserve it after some of the miserable climb. So we're trying to get, Dave wants to get to a creek up here somewhere that we hope is up here somewhere, and camp near the creek so that we can refill our water. We've gone through a lot of water today. That filter has been a savior.
All of the extra weight we were carrying made downhill corners extremely difficult.
Ha! Made it! But not that one. Got too cocky. Holy shit. That will be edited. There is a little bit of chunk.
After a really long and difficult day of riding, we finally made it to the bootleg campsite on Chalk Creek. This was going to be our home for the night. So we got our stuff together and quickly set up camp before dark.
So Richard, harder, easier? What'd you think today?
It was hard. It was not easy. Definitely doable. I enjoyed it until there was a suggestion that we should go uphill again at the very end.
We ended up covering about 26 miles on day one. This was at least 5 miles less than what we had planned on. It ended up being a lot more difficult than I had anticipated. I had no concept of just how much the extra weight would affect our climbing, and really the descending too. Well, thanks for joining us today on BLT Biking as we covered day one of our Vapor Trail bikepacking trip. Join us tomorrow for day two. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our future adventures. We'll see you down the trail.